I mean, Let's is one of those heroes, like every single time they give him a little bit of a numbers buff, all of his spells are on such a low cooldown, his win rate shoots up. Like I'm definitely expecting to look at Dota buff tonight and look at the charts and see his win rate go up by like at least 2 to 3%.
Oh, the opening 2.
I think they are in the position to dominate the post. XXS is pretty much getting everything he wants out here versus an Undying. They're going to go for the time dilation Tombstone kill.
And it looks like they should be able to get it here. The slow of the blood grenade attempted from the side from Baboka, but won't be able.
Kiyotaka doing a nice job to win this matchup enough that that roam does not hit in that window. Miro looks like he'll be going down here. Can only escape the Veno for so long, especially in the 1-on-2.
It's a rough lane to play any kind of melee off. Network that's a percent of his team. I mean, like all the offlaners, it's rough to be
Playing with two greedy carries.
Exactly, right? Ramses and Kiyotaka, like both of these guys want to get big.
Casual little roar. This will be the summons collapse with the catapult. This does not seem defendable.
He drops the tombstone last second because Ramses cut in from behind and caught the Venomancer, so they will be able to trade out supports.
They'll take the tombstone and leave. That'll get that Kiyotaka TP.
Short range scatter blast does tons of damage. Not quite enough to finish him off. This last shot is just enough before the heal. Could outdo it.
Surprised he got that, but hey, ace damn that was hitting him range. He died first. So come on, brothers. We can storm it. We can do it.
Ramses slowed down to a crawl here. 8 seconds to those time walk. That is far too late for this kind of rotation. A hefty one from Aster, but they are going to move some more heroes over. Solo keeping Sumail slowed down. The cookie lands. Scatter blast comes in, blasts him apart, and now XXS is going to be quite low. Now they do have that bit of poison damage threatening Kiyotaka, and Tari's is going to be able to get the bump back, but he's slowed down too much by these Gales, and now he's going to die to Bobica and XXS, keeping the distance away from the Bat Rider, and ultimately 9Pandas just didn't bring enough to this engagement. I mean, Miro's probably sitting there, guys, exactly, no cooldowns, or recently buffed Flash Rack against the long cooldowns. I mean, this does feel like a dangerous pressure point that Aster is going to try and push the limit here. Monet's going to come over and help out this kill. RP going to be used onto him here. That's dangerous with that Chronosphere locking down 2. A guaranteed 2 kills as the kisses will help finish off Pichot. Miro even just goes ahead and skewers them back. Sumail was able to stay out of that situation, but losing their carry and the killing streak he had does not feel good for Aster.
I mean, nice recognition from Sumail. Good to guarantee a jump. Here we go.
Like skewer back straight into the Snapfire. Yule Scepter actually dodged a good amount of damage, so this is going to get a little bit awkward. It's probably going to die, but they're going to have to use some extra spells for it. Some spells they probably didn't want to. RP now on cooldown.
And this is an interesting
answer, so we're getting to the first lasso back, the kisses. First one missed, the rest are gonna miss off the Yule Scepter, but there's just enough of them to get the kill. And Ramsey's gonna help out. He's actually gonna make sure that this fight can continue if they wanted to. Never mind, the 2 supports just get picked off. Too much damage from the opposing supports. Nice play by Kiyotaka, at least he got the deny on Solo, but Antares did fall to Bobica.
I mean, it is a
good. Okay.
Let me tell you what kind of emperor he is.
Yeah.
Unforgiving.
Blasted, but Bobica finally falls, but it's enough time for Monet to cut in. Uh-oh. Chronosphere was up as well as the kisses. Did they expect that to be up already? Monet still alive, but the Scatter Blast will finish him off. At the same time, Ramses needs to get off the time walk, and he does with the Rod of Atos holding back Sumail, who's out of mana and has a bunch of zombies on him. Chain stuns all around. 9Pandas outplaying Aster in this engagement by just the smallest of margins, but it's working. But now in the second life, this is a little much. 4 staff TP away. No way. Oh, the Yules gets there just in time. Finally, Aster gets something crucial for all of the resources they spent on that. They had to get that kill.
That was a rough fight for them, man. Like, this is an Aegis Lesh with the Beastag's timing, and you got your Slark all off during Chrono. The crazy splitter. It split his face.
I don't know about that one.
Damn, it's kind of disturbing, dude, the more I look at it. Like a blue rabbit in there too. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, it's like a really weird combination.
It's just gonna have to leap through.
Pandas, I think they have a bad read of this situation. Kiyotaka might still be able to get away back to the rest of his team, and they aren't going to get there with the lasso. Uh-oh, he's in trouble, and they've got the Chronosphere to follow that up too, but he doesn't drop it. Ramses holds onto it for now, waiting for a better opportunity, perhaps. Roar goes out. Now he jumps in. Now the Chronosphere, but Ramses, that wasn't the initiation at all. RP got used to the same time. Yeah, this is bad, and Monet stops the TP away from Ramses. This abject disaster, man. Atari's at least picks up one. I mean, I'm sure he did his job, but the rest of his team, I think you cannot say the same.
Why didn't he want to chrono that Slark out of the last one? I mean, maybe he thought he was getting a Dark Pact off and he was like gonna have an ult. Maybe that he is top of the net worth chart somehow.
He's big, and he's done it too. He has been one of the most farmed offlaners of this tournament. Now, some of that is probably due to like the 5, 6, 7, 8 different Doom games that he's played, but here...
Taste the hero. Smoke up from Aster.
All right, we're gonna get a team fight.
Does that BKB? So you have to think about the jump here. They really want somebody else. They'll take solo.
Got a force staff to be able to get away. An immediate lasso. RP on top of that one. That is a heavy amount of hate. And XXS gets off his BKB. He finally goes down, but he created so much space. Nice Hurricane Pike push back onto Sumail with the Chronosphere on 2. They do have the kisses. They do have him locked down. Monet, is he going to be able to get out of this one? Managed to pop his steps around. Now his ultimate. He's good. And Kiyotaka thought he was still inside the cloud. Misses, but he gets him in the end. Too much damage from the Snapfire. Nice push back there. Bobka, another Hurricane Pike put to use as the damage raining in from the high ground. Hurricane Pikes for days between Bobka and Kiyotaka. But ultimately, who came out the better of that one? Looks like 9Pandas.
I mean, they get the Slark kill. That is a well-worthy exchange for your work to get a vision. Very key. Your battle weren't going to break it, and that is the signal for Monet to just force this fight. Still has Aegis.
Ramses sees an opportunity to go on the left-hand side, ball on the right. Miro hits an RP. Not good enough to stop the Slark, who actually had the Dark Pack going and will be able to bring him down. Ramses now drops the Chronosphere. It's just on the Beastmaster, though.
Healing.
Not the best, and he is healing way too much. Ramses taking a lot of damage, and now he's locked down by the pounds. With all of those shots raining in from Boca, Sumail, even with the shield rune, is able to just dare into the tier 4 towers. Fortunately, the force staffs are always there to help 9Pandas in a win or lose engagement, and it feels like they're able to limit some of their losses thanks to force staffs, but you've used your abilities. This time you lost the team fight, and Aster will take everything you have if possible.
This is a very fast objective-taking lineup with the shenanigans.
And the sight. He got his BKB out of it, though, but he will not be alive, at least for the first start of this push that's coming in from Aster.
And that tips straight to Bobka for the Hex completion.
First minute, there. And now they're going to be slowed down as the ultimate from the Venomancer pops on all those heroes. They do have the Primal Roar. They do have a lot of control. Rams is going to be able to get the Chronosphere onto all of these heroes. And the Bloodstone is just not enough. Too much single target damage. XXS is fine. Monet, apparently they don't need Sumail. They're just going to keep poking at 9Pandas. After all, it's all about the cooldowns. Hit him with the RP. Walking out the Beastmaster, though, and he got hexed up before he could get the skewer back. XXS now popping. XXS now popping his BKB and joining Monet as they lock down Ramses. Gets a force staff off the high ground and barely gets the time walk off.
It missed uphill too.
Oh, Boba got a lot of damage there from Kiyotaka. He's got that level 20. Those shots from the little shredder are dangerous. Nice push back there from Atari. It's just what he needed.
You gotta kite him out.
Kiyotaka back to the fountain, but he will give up his own life. And response, the shots coming in once again. They need to play off of these little seconds ago, but it won't. It's a late Roshan, and that means Sumail has time to come up. But maybe Aster still push to contest Roshan, not knowing if it's up or not, and may end up in an initial 4 versus 5. The Hawk is spotting him out, though, and they're going to be able to find Miro just who they wanted. Kill him again. Make sure he just does not get an opportunity to get off these RPs. You managed to get a 3-man chrono. They shots into Little Shredder, finishing off Bobka. So much attention onto Bobka. The kisses are used even to finish him off, but the Chronosphere, there was no damage put into it as a result. Monet's a little bit low. Ramsey saw an opportunity, missed out on the time walk, though.
He's too low.
Gets him away. Now trying to continue to jump on Monet, has healed up a little bit off of no vision and will come back for that kill. Antari's caught in the corner and killed. Only survivor of this one is Kiyotaka. Boboka, even though he died, he drew so much attention.
That is how much they're valuing this Enchantress in the fights, I guess. I don't know if that's the right call, but gonna go in the base pop. Not even take the heads up fight where someone's gonna get displaced, but let the Slark nighttime vision give him the jump.
The Hawk. Boboka blinks forward. He's going to be the one caught. They do manage to get the roar off, but after the double force staff, bring Boboka pretty far away. Not enough to get him into the fountain, though, and Solo's already dead. They're still going to go for this Enchantress, focusing him down. The little Shredder, they take him out. So, that's a hero with no buyback. 9Pandas can play this one out. It's going to be a 4 versus 5. Has to do it once again without that initiation, where he's likely just going to get jumped in, or X6S is going to jump first. They do go for it. Ramsey gets the Chronosphere off of that one.
That's good.
Kiyotaka, really good position. The Depth Shroud comes in from Monet. They cannot target those heroes, but he's still with the RP. Skewer back right in front of the fountain. Close, though. So damn close. They actually have a pause because Solo has disconnected. This is a beautiful position to be able to get a nice tombstone and ult out.
I mean, this has to be the dream fight for 9Pandas, outside of the fact they're bad. Died to a neutral creep play.
I mean, the problem is they don't have Little Shredder.
No.
So some of their damage is limited. They could kill XXS, but the other two heroes might be a little bit hard to bring down.
XXS is dead.
I think so.
Stunned on 200 HP. I think he's gone. Will not get BKB off. This is very deep for Aster to take the fight.
Pop Bloodstone, they go into it. Oh, Yule Scepter and all these heroes. It's actually a trap, apparently. Sumail and Monet take the time to formulate a plan to go on the offensive. Kiyotaka finally dies, but he does claim Sumail's life before he falls. Monet almost dead. Got him.
That Hurricane Pike.
Oh, Miro, he's going to die outside of that, but Ramses, he is left in a 1v3 with no Chronosphere.
That Hurricane Pike was absolutely sick by Boboka. It stopped that skewer mid-charge, saving Monet from the fountain. That might have finished it off, but instead, Aster, like you said, they had a couple seconds to think about the plan, and the plan was, fuck it, let's go.
It's hard to see on Morphling's hero model, and they accounted for that.
What?
Because it's white. He's got some white colors. I bet if it was on the bottom of his portrait, it'd be hard to read.
That's very clever. That's very probably true.
Can you just outline it in black, the name, and then it would be fine?
Jenkins, thumbnail expert, what do you think?
Is that Layerith that did that thing?
Probably, yeah.
If it's them, then I would say it's actually what you said. Those guys have insane attention to detail. Yep. Whenever they actually do show up to meetings and stuff.
You can just outline the white text. That's what people do in these.
There it is. That's very readable.
How did?
What? It's very readable.
And they can change it on the fly. Are you kidding me?
Okay, Faceless Void.
That doesn't sound that fantastic to the average viewer, but we promise that is
That is actually impressive.
That is very impressive.
We're not talking about.
Sorry,
Faceless Void.
talk to me about Dota, Effie.
Great pick here, because the best option they had was to flex one of their 2 cores and just pick a traditional Lina counter. They banned out entirely from the mid-hero pool on the side of Aster themselves, right? They took out Tiny, they took out Void Spirit, they took out Pango.
You're saying it's still your job.
No, not really. No, my job is just talk shit and watch other people figure it out. I mean, it sounds good on paper, right?
Yeah. Boboka is dead. There you go. Man, you're 2 for 2, Avery. They went for the tombstone kill.
I mean,
that's all you could play for.
Boboka, he even went for the early range drop. Not an item we see mid laners pick up in every matchup, as it's just going to get drained, and that's net worth out the window. But Ops for it. Time.
There is the bash coming, and Miro. Surely there's a bash coming.
Is it?
Surely there's a bash coming. Okay, well, they got the kill without the bash, so Monet has a guaranteed bash coming up.
That was impressive.
Yeah, that was like 9 hits.
That was genuinely impressive. Okay. He's storing up his RNG for later in the game.
Uh-huh.
Not a bad sign. As Boboka, notice he is still not skilled Poison Sting on this lane. Fearing that reflection.
Yeah.
Hurts you a lot in these exchanges. Hurts you a lot in these exchanges. Well, finally skill it. A little after the fact, Ramsey's like, yo, Solo, you want to deny, brother?
I mean, he does want to die, right? So he could just get full
I'm surprised.
full
I would have asked for the deny, actually. But Solo is a braver man than I am. We'll stick around. He is one of the ultimate Dota mathematicians here. Knows his limits perfectly.
Very early Sunder. Just to be able to get the kill on XXS, take away 50% of his health, run him down with the tombstone. 9Pandas continue to just run away with this laning phase, a 2,000 net worth lead. And don't forget, 9Pandas, Miro's been playing this lane halfway solo because Antares has been doing a little bit of stacking as well. So if they get a kill here, Monet managed to time walk away. Kiyotaka going to be pulled back in. He's going to go for the kill on to Boboka before he dies. Sumail will clean him up in return, though. Well worth it exchange for Aster. Finally, something to work with.
I mean, like you said, though, they left Monet solo. He has to TP back to base. His tower is just taking a huge amount of damage off this early Vanguard. Dark's here pushing him out, and that's a Midas for Rain. And then when you're behind, you catch up. So you also got a Midas. Okay. That's why Midas is never an incorrect choice.
What if you're right in the middle?
Buy it anyway.
Okay. First rotation from Sumail on the Morphling.
Next game too, so some of these heroes, like, there was the debate about alternation of profit by Midas for me. Yeah. All I gotta do is do a solo punch Baboke in the face.
Blood Grenade help him close him down, punch after punch, and with that extra bit of damage buff, Kiyotaka cleans up the kill.
This will be clear. Access. He's checking on. He's like, it's still there. Got hope.
Chrono after he uses the surge, so Miro's not going to die inside the Chronosphere, but he's going to come back with no movement speed. No Laguna Blade, but it doesn't matter. You get the kill on Monet, still Miro falls. Kiyotaka is, I'm sure, late here. And even slower. Oh, glimpse back, a free pick off. Static Storm, I guess, is necessary with Kiyotaka around. They want to get the kill quick and clean and go right back to hitting whatever neutrals Sumail wants to hit.
Fast blink for Kiyotaka as well. Almost caught Sumail off guard. Warriors was originally playing that, actually. Yeah, that was their favorite.
It's going to break. They're going to use the surge to help Antares close the gap and ensure the kill. But this is great for Boboka, I think. I mean, you're playing inside the enemy jungle, farming their area, and they have to take 4 heroes and break a smoke gank to kill you.
This calculation from the 9Pandas. Now they're going to still try and fight? I mean, Ramses isn't even here.
I mean, they're going to try and maybe steal it. Antares comes in through the side. Let's see if he got the timing. The Chronosphere is going to be used to ensure it. Monet inside of it will be able to finish up the Roshan, get the Aegis, no problem. Solo on the side, high ground Tombstone. Kiyotaka's here. They're going to be able to get the lasso onto the Beastmaster. The follow-up, LSA stunned, but a really good Static Storm. Even without the kinetic field, it was disruptive enough. And now with the glimpse back, they'll finish off the bat right. Oh, Sumail again! Underestimating the power of the Kiyotaka Lina, who comes in and hits yet another LSA thanks to the Blink Dagger, goes for XXS. Vacuum, got him. Another kill. Honestly, somehow ends up kind of okay for 9Pandas.
I still don't know if that's what they wanted out of that exchange, though. But yeah, considering their Terrorblade just went bottom.
Yeah, he was farming the whole time.
Look at a Morphling. You know, he surged the bat right in. Another great initiation tool to bypass towards the Gale Slow. Another freebie for Kiyotaka as he continues his reign of terror. 7-1. Lost on the line while TV immediately to the other side of the map and get all the lanes in. 9Pandas, not Aegis, but they were playing like it. Just
setting up. Decent vision. Boboka.
Oh, he spared him.
Did not want to use the Laguna Blade. Wants to save it for a core target instead. Boboka may still get run down. Yeah, the Tombstone's going to finish him off. Primal Roar goes out onto Antares. Monet jumping for it. Gets the Chronosphere on him and Miro. See if they can kill Miro as well on this Static Storm, and Kinetic Field will ensure it. But now Ramsey in the fight. And Kiyotaka still playing the edges, waiting for his opportunity to pounce and lay out Laguna Blade. Goes for it now. LSA off the mark. Doesn't hit Monet. That's the target he wanted, so will have to contend himself with Pichu instead.
That was a Radiant Tombstone. Something else you have to note about that fight. Getting stolen by Sumail there. Huge zoning tool. That is always
Nice blink. Sumail has more strength a lot here. Waveform up at a second with no Laguna Blade. He has a chance to get out. Goes into the trees.
No TP.
Oh, no TP. Well then, there goes that.
Man, Kiyotaka's had his number this entire game, man. This matchup has looked incredibly one-sided. And like we saw there, Kiyotaka, he's just saving his ult for the right target. It's an interesting way to think about the fight. He's just playing off the Dragon Slaves.
Yep.
No, he doesn't necessarily have to just burst somebody for them to win the engagement. He would rather secure the big core kills later on. The Faceless Void, the Morphling. I kind of like that. I think a lot of players would have just Laguna'd there.
I mean, considering how effective his Laguna Blade burst damage is against both Faceless Void and Morphling, 100% that's got to be the play. You're right. Very heads up by him. They get another pick off on XXS and are zooming around the map, both with Boots of Travels, with illusions everywhere, and with Surge.
You gotta keep in mind when he's in that Axe form, he has extra magic resist too. Zelina's not that.
920 for 8,000 net worth of the lead for a 9Pandas, and they've got the initiation. Looks like Antari's found his opening, and it's on XXS. Once again, they're going to try and blow him up first. Vacuum back in, catch Sumail as well, who quickly has to use the waveform to get out, but Ramses is on the hunt. He starts going around on the side with the Surge, pops his meta, and goes for whatever kills he can get. Thanks to that, they stopped Monet's TP out. They're going to be able to kill him, maybe after he kills Miro. Nope. Oh, jump away just ahead of the LSA, but there's no way Monet gets out of this. Now he TPs, but the Laguna Blade, or excuse me, the Dragon Slave looks like a Laguna Blade with how much damage it does.
Heel Talk is just doing way too much work in these fights, and it's just way too easy. He's just running over cliffs, seeing everybody. You get the though, so what? You can chrono him and then
Kiyotaka
after
tried to catch him. Sumail, though, after getting taken down by Kiyotaka so many times, nice lasso back over the cliff. XXS, his life is forfeit here. He'll get off a couple more spells before he dies. Did push Solo up to the high ground.
Stolen Tombstone.
Yeah, get a Solo Tombstone. They are going to kill that right away because Aster cannot fight into this.
This looks like an impossible engagement. Two-man back into the LSA.
Beautiful vacuum static storm. Nice reactions there to be able to get out on one hero, but Bobica still dies. I mean, Monet was pushing out bottom until just recently. I mean, he's got the Chronosphere now. Meta halfway through, but I don't think you can fight.
I mean, who are you chronoing?
Well, again, I guess it would be the Terrorblade, but where's the damage? Kill him inside that.
It's all just getting a lasso job. Feels like all the damn time you're using a chrono to kill Solo. Gonna drop tunes over the vision. There's the lasso. I mean,
XXS again and again. If he sees XXS, he's gonna use the lasso on the static storm in response, but most of the heroes are already out. The only person there is the Undying, who's still trundling forward. Brains. He'll collect one. Bobica. Kiyotaka throws out the Laguna Blade, and where is that short cooldown Dragon Slave? He's being bashed up. He gets it off now, but it's a bit too late. He's already healed up on Pichot. Monet, time walk off some of the damage. Didn't go into the fountain, though. Kiyotaka sees an opportunity here.
Chill.
Kills him before the time walk comes back up.
You have to start morphine. That fight just gets destroyed very quickly. I think it's a matchup issue. And I don't know if there's much Aster could have done to stop it because their side lanes also went pretty bad.
Glenn is back, but Bobica is already pulled out of position. Does have a buyback. Aster gonna have to pull out all the stops to try and hold yet again.
Not trying all in.
Oh, nice vacuum. Miro's found some great openings. Now they are going to be able to get past that one. The Chronosphere got laid out, but unfortunately, XXS already died for it. The damage is just too immense. Punch to the back of the head. Sumail, waveform, trying to get out, but GG is already going to be called. They, of course, have this game well and truly in the bag for 9Pandas. No doubt about that. Great way to be able to bounce back after a game one that was a little bit closer, but they ultimately lost.
Who takes the first series of group stage number 2 here for DreamLeague? And before we head over to Cap and SVG, we're going to head over to our wonderful Pandas.
Trek. And 6-minute rune is coming.
Solo's here.
Full contest. It'll be illusions. Is it? I feel like it's always been illusion.
Kill Solo if you can land it. He's fast. Hit him with a blast off. Didn't get him with the other spell, but Sumail comes in to collect it because it's first blood after all. Well worth it to use Laguna Blade on a support.
And it guarantees him the bounty run to refill his bottle. That's really important here. So value kill for Sumail. Assassinate. Oh. What? How the hell is he in range?
I'm not sure. If I right-click to just kind of stand there and make clip it back, then no problem. Oh, Antari's used the telekinesis early. Bobica faked it out. Now he's going to go for the kill, but oh, barely lands it. Misses the mine, though. It doesn't matter. Sumail.
I mean, he purposely missed that mine.
Sure.
So Sumail could get the kill.
Yeah, that's very...
Should note that.
Of course. Of course.
I think Lena... He goes into... Look at this invis rune. Oh, he took the Rubik over the sniper.
Sumail exposes himself to try and get the kill on Antari's. Blast off denied by the telekinesis. They're going to turn around and kill Bobica now. The help of Miro, who's going to cut in. After all, this tower is getting low. Might as well ensure the Q.
Atos first from Miro. This is some old school Timber technology right here.
Hold them in place. The Chakram goes to work. Antari's cleans the last hit, but this will definitely, I mean, if Aster's playing dodge mode, this will help get the catch.
There's a lot of early itemization for 9Pandas I wasn't expecting. Between the
Assassinate is there in time, stops the TP.
So they're going to start to find some kills. This is going to be interesting. Like, how much do 9Pandas actually find on the map with this?
EO my teammates for 15 years now.
Ramsey's my son.
I was about to say, he's been playing with Ramses for a long time.
Their father, son for a reason. And he's dead.
But he gets a trade-off. XXS is going to die now with the rod, catching Pichu, and Sumail, he's going to be in trouble as well. He got real close to that fight, a fight that was already over before it began.
Yeah, I mean, Aster just...
I'm saying Monet is in like a newer school of players, so I bet he doesn't enjoy it as much. The old school good players for sure.
Definitely enjoyed it. XXS, man, he just cannot get away from these slows. The quacks will haunt him even in his nightmares as he waits another 40 seconds.
How do you play for him at half a pace? That is true. They're just following the rules. They're playing before you are.
Can we go back to the solo cam? Yeah, he's the role-playing fight.
Yeah, he's so got Miro.
Missed opportunity for
He's going to go right up to the faces of Aster. They're going to catch Bisho.
0 and 5. Aster continue to dodge.
Meanwhile, the absolute back right corner of the map.
He smoked it. He was going to fight it out.
Oh, no, Sumail's going to be the first one out. This ruins the game entirely as he will die.
Very, very bad. Oh, and the Rubik stole the... What is that spell called?
Flame Cloak.
Flame Cloak. You can get all the gold you want, but if you put it into the wrong items, it doesn't mean anything.
His build's fine. It's a good butterfly game.
At what point does he build to get on top of Sniper, though?
Wait, hold on a second. We're going to see some quacks. Bobica.
That actually saves him from the blast-off damage, funnily enough. Utaka will finish him off, and the heals being pumped into the Sniper. Now XXS
Monet's here.
Not that, but he is going to be ruptured on the side. Monet shows up, gets silenced as well. This fight's terrible. Back to farming.
All right, Monet's gone. They're trying to drag. Yeah, you got to combine it with Divine Purge so that this Decrepify does not destroy you on an Omni Slash.
He also needs detection because of the Silver Edge.
Yes. And there's a Hex on Miero that might just catch you off guard if you're not spinning in.
XXS is going to jump forward onto the Timber Saw. Immediately, XXS taking a ton of damage from the Golden Laguna Blade. They turn it back around. Not enough for one. Not quite. Miro, he lives. Now Hex going off on Monet, and away he runs. Sumail Flamecoat ran out before he could get back inside the base. I think 9Pandas have just won the game.
Yeah, but they're going to start sucking everybody up and try and get the initiation.
Oh, managed to blink away from that Timber again. Again, going for the Timber Saw, who gets a little bit of heal, but the Omni Slash sticks onto him this time. He dies. Ramses, meanwhile, is able to kill one, and maybe XXS as well during this BKB. Deals with the healing ward as well. Monet, he can't win this man fight, or can he? Ramses ducking away to the side. He has Kiyotaka to help him out. A desperate TP away. It's not so desperate. It worked.
There's no lift. Other two damage dealing cores up, you're going to be in big trouble. So you need to find Sniper, you need to find Ramses, and that means Miro just has free reign to run in here in front line for the world, which is what he's doing.
Smoke's going to break on him once again. He has to be targeted because he's the one showing the blast off. Lands onto Ramses as well. That's pretty decent. The Omni Slash bounced over to the Rubik. Immediately buys back though. Ramses going to work. Shadow Demon first up. Bobica is going to be dying in an instant too. Boy, Ramses out putting some serious damage now. And Aster at the full out retreat. Miro scythe on to Monet. Any follow-ups here? Decrepify to slow him down. Spin up in a second, though. But
Silence forever.
He's silenced for too long.
Oh, that Blood right. Making minced meat of the Juggernaut, as he does not have the spin TP he's relied on for so much this game. I don't know if those were good bounces or bad bounces. I mean, you end up getting the Rubik, which is pretty... I doubt he's taking almost any damage.
We'll check that stat afterwards. Damage
11,
taken.
0, and 13. You let this guy get away with a game like this, it's pretty hard to beat this team. It's very few times that they have dropped full series. When Kiyotaka is having this style of a game, and they're just going to try and all in him. Slash.
Yeah,
No dog.
it's not even close.
Good luck.
He gets to about half health while he was getting healed up. GG. Boy, 9Pandas